Hey, what's up guys, DragonRoyZ here. This will be my unboxing review of the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Geralt of Rivia Gold Label Edition. So this is the box that you will get with the Gold Label Geralt of Rivia from McFarlane Toys. And this is him outside the box. And obviously compared to our vanilla Geralt of Rivia, he doesn't have any accessory like this, so it's just him with the swords and different dye on his armor, which is I think it's called yellow dye in this version, but it's more like a light brown for me. That's just me. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Of course, you will see this gold label kind of branding on this version. The box is very similar to the Geralt of Rivia that we have unboxed previously, and the only difference is he doesn't have the werewolf head, but everything is pretty much the same. So one thing I don't like about the box of McFarlane Toys is they are not meant to be kept just like SH Figuarts boxes that you can keep for a very good condition, because once you open the base inside the box, you will need to rip out the plastic and it will ruin the background. So that's really ugly. So like this one looks shit now. So that's really something McFarlane can improve. Anyway, let's go ahead to the figure himself. So just like what I've said, it is the same figure with a different dye. It is a yellow dye for this instance, and everything is the same, but I've noticed something weird with my piece of Geralt here. It's actually on the face, so of course still includes the base that I was talking about earlier, and two swords, silver sword and the steel sword. It has the same color with the original one here. So about the face, yes, there is some shading here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Some weird shading. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's visible from the camera, but there is a dark shading on the right cheek, and then on the left cheek it's not that dark, so a there's an inconsistency with the shading here. But I think this should have been great if they did the same shading that we can see on the right portion of the face, on the right side of the face. But they still have a shading here, but it is very subtle, just like the original one here. But this one is a little darker, and maybe that should have made an improvement compared to the one that has very minimal shading from the first version. And it's all the same, the articulations are the same. If you haven't watched my first unboxing video for this guy right here, you can click this link here, and there's actually a stop motion that you can enjoy. So it's not that fancy, but I did what I can. Yeah, so about this figure, everything's the same. The neck still short, because that is the main issue with this release. The neck still short. Maybe they should have fixed this one at least, but I think this was printed right after they've made this figure, so they just recolored the dyed parts with yellow, and everything is pretty much the same articulation with the head. I think this can rotate 360 degrees just like the first one. Yep. And these are soft materials, so you can put the hands on T, so you can do a T pose right here. Yep, that's a T pose right there. This is the default position of the feet, so this is right from out of the box. This is his feet's position, and of course he can still raise his arms, I think, or no, it's just up to this, but you can rotate that if you want to have a different kind of pose. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, so that's bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and of course we can rotate the wrist, and there's a hinge joint as well that you can use. And so that's pretty much it. Of course, he has this ab crunch, still soft in this area, the same, and he can lean back just as much. Of course, his scabbard or sheath has this articulation. You can take them off if you want. And the feet can move up like so. You can do almost a perfect split. You can kick this high to the front and this to the back. The knees are double jointed as well, so that's the lower joint. This is the thigh joint area, so that's really good. And he has ankle pivot sabatibot. Alright, so there's also a hinge joint, the toe joint as well. So that is all. Paints, shading on the face, too much here, just enough here. You can see, I think you can see that. So that's really nice, except for this one is too much. And here there's no shading, some wash here, wash paint here, just like the original one. Nothing here, no shading here, but like the details of the sword. Maybe one day I'll try to customize the paint, so I'll paint this silver and this one as well, but I think it will ruin the paint if you put it back here. So I'm not sure if that's really possible. This is the sword, some nice details on the sword. So that's really the same sword from what we got on the first one, so they are the same figure with different colors, but I really like this vanilla colors, the original one. This is what you get from the game. If you try to dye that, you can get this version of in the game. And I'm not sure why they called this a gold label when you get less than the original release, the regular release. And the regular release looks much better. If they made something like a gold label version, they should have made the box better. They should have made the box better, and also just instead of using the same armor, maybe they should have upgraded this or scene armor to a Grand Master or scene armor, the one that has a long trouser like look, because that is my favorite one in the game that I am using all the time with different dyes. And I think the best one that I really like is when I dye it red, because it really looks good with the Grand Master or scene armor. So what I've learned is to not buy gold label version, because it gives nothing but just a different color. There's nothing special. It's like downgrading your purchase, because I paid the same amount with these figures but on this gold label I just get a different color and a gold tag on the box. I don't get anything like this. Maybe another accessory that is unique to the gold label would have been great, but nothing. Quality control is bad because we get this uneven paint. It's not consistent compared to this one. I really like what they did to this one. It looks very accurate to the game, and look how detailed the wolf head is. It's really good, really good. This should have been the limited edition, not this one. And also I've seen the upcoming series and wolf armor Geralt. I think they have regressed. The quality is much worse because the face is not even like this. The face of the new release as well as the series, the Geralt and the series, doesn't look good. We get better shading on this one, although I'm just talking about the shading on the face. So we get better shading on this releases on the face. The new ones doesn't even have this flexible kind of material. I think they just use plastic all over the body, irregular plastic. Anyway, that's my review. But for the rate, of course, the articulation is still good. I'm gonna give it an 8 for the articulation. For the look of the figure, I think I'm gonna give this a 7. I don't mind having this uneven shading on the face, and I think overall rating would be 7 out of 10. I think I gave this one in an 8 or 9 previously, because I really like the accessories that we got here and how accurate the colors are to the game. This one got nothing but a yellow dye and a sticker on, not a sticker, a gold tag on the box. So that is all. Everything looks the same. I think this girl can slay this gold version. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.